Hello, everyone on Facebook land. Danny Garola here with stampinthepinkbarn.com. Hello, Peggy. Well, goofy me, I have another device that sits in front of me so I can see everybody coming in and what you guys' comments are and all that kind of stuff. Well, I forgot to plug it in. I forgot that last week I unplugged it because I was moving things around on my desk. Hello, Noreen. And I forgot to plug it in. So it is completely dead because it is like a very, very, very old iPhone. I strictly use it just for watching myself do these Facebook Lives. Hello, Marcia. So I can see what you guys say when you come in and who's watching me and everything. So for the time being, I can see you guys on my camera or my iPhone that I'm using currently as the video device. I can see people coming in. So I can hopefully, hello Priscilla, hopefully I have enough time that it will charge itself enough that I can turn that device on and it will stay charging. So when I flip you guys around, I will still be able to see. Thank you, Marcia, for sharing. I will be able to watch your guys' comments from the other device, because then as I check it right now, it's still showing me the little battery box with the little red bar. It's not even, it's charging, but it's not quite charged enough that it'll turn on. Oh, I swear I'm goofy. So a lot has been going on around these neck of the woods. So as you guys all know, that we are in the middle of a move. And so yesterday, when my husband got home, because he normally gets home, he gets off at noon, so normally he's home by 1 o'clock. So when he got home yesterday, because I had ordered some cleaning supplies so I could go up to the other house and do some cleaning and everything. So I had called my mom and I let her know, hey, I'm getting ready to come up there and I'm going to go do some cleaning in that house. So she came over, she helped me. We got all the walls washed. Hello, Sheila. We got all the walls washed. We got the brand new stove put in its place. I didn't get it set up yet because I don't know how to set up the whole propane thing. So I'm going to have to get my dad to come over and he was there puttering around doing stuff, but he was moving still some of their stuff that's in that house over to their new home. So, but I have to, from Pennsylvania, Sheila, woo woo. I wonder if it's cold there. Are you chilly weather there in Pennsylvania? Thank you, Sheila, for sharing. So, yeah, we've got a lot done. I mean, I could not believe. So I bought this, there's like a cleaning kit thing that was on Amazon. And it has this little triangular, I guess, like it's got a sticky pad thing on it. And then you can interchange the different kinds of pads that come with it. But then it comes with this super, super long bar that you can, thank you, Peggy, for sharing, that you can keep adding extensions onto it. So like if your ceilings are super, super high, then you can get up there and clean all the walls. It was incredible. And then I bought some of this. I've always loved the Miss Myers soap. So I bought some of the concentrate. I bought a big jug of it. And oh my gosh, it made that, I mean, the house smells good anyways because we just had brand new carpet put in it. But I bought a lemon verdenia, or I don't know how you say that word, but oh my gosh, it smells heavenly. It smelled, I could not believe that it had such a crazy, strong, beautiful smell to that stuff, but it really cleaned the walls nicely. It was over the weekend, but back to the 40s and 50s. Back to the 40s and 50s for the next couple of days. Well, that's good. Hello, Kim. Yeah, here in Tucson, Arizona, where I am, we have had some pretty mild weather here. Oh, the other crazy thing that happened was the other morning, it was probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and we have an older gentleman who is a veteran who is living in our spare bedroom here at this house. His car alarm was just going berserk. So I go running back to his room because he can't move very quickly. He's elderly. And so I go running to his room and I'm like, I need your keys. I got to shut your car alarm off. Well, I don't have any idea what is wrong with his car alarm. The key fob thing would not turn his car alarm off. It unlocked the doors. It did all that kind of stuff, but the alarm would not stop blaring. And I thought, oh, it was Sunday. And I thought to myself, on a Sunday morning, people like to sleep in on their Sunday mornings because most people like out here, they work Monday through Friday. So when I went to try to shut it off, it would not shut off. I don't know what the deal was. So I told him, I go, you're gonna probably have to unplug your battery. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know why it's not stopping. I even started the car. Like I got inside of it after I unlocked the car. I started it thinking, okay, maybe it'll like re-trigger something to, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know how that works. But I thought maybe it'll like trigger something and know that, okay, I have a key to this car. It should stop blaring now. No, of course it didn't. I don't know what its problem was, but then finally, after it had gone for so long, it finally decided to stop. Well, then, no joke, not even 15 minutes later, it starts going off again. So I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to have to take your car out of here. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to stop it. You're going to have to just disconnect the battery. Well, he finally got it to stop. And so as I'm going out there, he had moved his car because he was moving some stuff, and I looked down and I'm like, what? And my whole yard was flooded. Like, no kidding. Like, probably 2 to 3 inches high of water. And I thought, what is going on? So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, did I leave the hose on yesterday when I was filling up all the waters for all my animals? And then I thought, no, I shut the water off. What is happening? Because all the hoses go out over there so we can give the goats water and all the chickens and the ducks and, you know, all the animals water. So I'm running around the yard. Well, then my neighbor comes out because she heard the car alarm going off. And she's like, where did all this water come from? Well, I didn't have my glasses on because I just jumped out of bed to go out there and stop the car alarm. So it didn't wake everybody up. So I didn't even see over into her yard because we're all on a little bit over an acre here at this property. So I look over her yard is flooded, and I can't see because I'm on the back side of the house, but she looks up the other houses up above us. They've got water all coming out of their yards. So I get on the phone with my husband. I go, hey, when you left this morning, what's going on? Is there water somewhere? Well, I guess the day before, one of the water mains up on the dirt road up here had broken. And so when the neighbor went to work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the water was spewing out, but it hadn't gotten that bad yet. So then my husband went to he goes and plays D&D at the mall. So when he went to the mall and had come home at 10 o'clock at night, there was like 5 or 6 utility vehicles there. And they were trying to fix the water. Well, they couldn't get it fixed. So they just threw cones up over it and the water just sprayed out all night long, which seems crazy to me. We're here in Tucson, Arizona. We are very like desperate for water, for it to just drain and just keep like going out into the earth for no reason. Just seems really ridiculous for me, but whatever. Nothing I can do about it. So when my husband then went to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, he said that it was just flooded all up over there. He said when he hit the dip up when you turn onto our dirt road, that when he hit it, the water shot up over the top. And we have a pretty big Suburban, and it shot up over the top of the truck. And so he was telling me, he goes, it was crazy ridiculous how deep the water was. So then when I left to go up and help do the cleaning up at our other place, my poor little minivan, and I had just taken my minivan and had it washed, okay? So why does this always happen? It either rains, and we don't get rain very often here, so that lets you know how often I wash my car. But whenever I wash my car or do something, you know, to make it look nice, of course, it either rains, we get flooding, well, something happens, and my car gets dirty. And I have a white Chrysler Town and Country. So it's like, of course, all this dirt's now it's mud all up the whole sides of it. And I was just like, of course it would happen. I just went and washed my car. Like, why wouldn't it happen? Right? Well, since I've been over here like flapping my jaws forever, which I so enjoy doing with you guys, and now you guys know my life stories, right? You know more about me than probably my own family knows. So, my device actually just turned on, so let's see if it will pull up here on Facebook, because as soon as I flip you guys around, I'm not going to be able to see what you guys are saying. So I would really like to get this device working. I think it'll get going, but for now I'll just kind of just keep looking up here and see. Oh, look, there we go. Let me see if I can get it's still thinking, it's still thinking. You know, that little spinny wheel, that's what it's doing. It's thinking about signing on to Facebook, I guess. Hello, Kathleen. All right, so I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We have some new fun things happening here in Stampin' Up, so I want to share them with you guys. I'm going to try one more time with this wheel spinning. So hold on, I'm going to get you guys flipped around, and then we can start talking some business here. And so if you guys saw my post, we are going to be playing with that Delicate Desert suite, just because it is so gorgeous. That set is amazing. And me living here in the desert makes it like that much better, because the cards that I send from here, and if they're that, you know, with that set, it's got some great sentiments about sending warm rays your way. Like that just tops it off, especially because we do stay pretty warm around here. Your smile is pure magic. Let the fun begin. You are what sunshine feels like. So just some fabulous sentiments in there. Okay, well now my device is frozen. Well, wouldn't that be just the way it is? So let's try this again, because I hope that I'm not frozen for you guys. That's why I like being able to watch myself on my other device, is because I can see if I freeze up. And then that lets me know that I need to, well, and the other thing is I live pretty rural out here, that, where are we? Okay, that my internet is not the greatest as well. Okay, there, it looks like we're up and going, and I can see comments. Hello, Lois. Yep, it looks like we're good. Cool. Okay, so that worked. Whew, now I'm having a hot flash. Of course, I go and put a sweater on because I was freezing. All of a sudden, the sun went down, and we had the doors open because it was kind of nice. It was in the 60s today. Maybe it wasn't quite in the 60s. I think it was a little bit cooler than that, but whatever. It was still nice enough to keep the doors open and let a breeze come through. Well, then once the sun went down, I started freezing. It got so cold so quickly. So I threw my sweater on because I knew I was going to sit here, but then underneath these big lights, I start getting warm. So I might have to pause for a moment and take my sweater off, because that might just have to happen. Okay. Okay, good. Not frozen on your end. Perfect. Okay, here you guys are at my every Monday. I do my free Stampin' Up class with you guys. This is a free event for everyone. Like I said, this is every Monday. Some Mondays I take the day off. Doesn't happen very often, but I think next week, I just want to let you guys know. Hello, Anna. I think next week, because since my mom is going in and having heart surgery on Valentine's Day, woohoo, I'm going to probably take next week off. I will still post the winner of our mystery stamping, because we do have mystery stamping this week. I will definitely post the winner of our mystery stamping. So don't fret. I will still be active. I just will not be doing any Facebook Lives. And I will not be doing my coffee and cards on my every Thursday over on my YouTube Live. For the mere fact of, like I said, she is having heart surgery. I will probably be staying at the hospital with her for the couple of days that she's going to be in the hospital. And then I will probably, my husband's taking vacation that week, so I will probably go home with her and help her out and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, we'll just kind of play it by ear, but definitely know that I didn't fall off the edge of the earth, so you guys can still, you know, text and, you know, ask questions or anything like that. So we are here on, this is episode 123, you guys. Oh, thank you, Anna. Yes, I truly, you know, I hope luck is on her right side, you know, because I can't imagine. But anyways, I don't want to think that way. That would really ruin my night. And I want to have fun stamping tonight. So I know she's going to do good with it. The doctor told us that she was an excellent candidate for having it done. So I don't want to think negatively. The mom in me always has that, you know, thing where you always think something's going to go wrong. Speaking of which, I have to take my daughter to the doctor tomorrow. Then she has therapy on Wednesday. And then because I'm trying to get all my daughter's doctor's appointments taken care of so I can spend that time with my mom after her surgery. So my daughter's got appointments the next 3 days. So it's just going to be a lot and it's crazy. But you know what? That's just the way my life is. I hope you take it off. Your mom. Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of sat here today and I thought, you know what, as much as I enjoy doing my Monday and my Thursday lives with you guys, you know, she's my mom. She pulls rank over everything. You know, these Facebook lives will always be here. I'll always be back, you know, that being with my family is most important. I mean, you guys could go on my blog. You guys can see things like that. But know that I don't ever forget about you guys. It's just mom kind of pulls rank right now. So just saying, you know, you only have one mom, right? So I gotta, well, some people have more than one mom, but one birth mom, I guess you should say. So anyways, right now during celebrations, and can you guys believe that? Oh, thank you, Anna. We are already in the second month of our celebration. Like, that just seems so crazy. It seems like celebrations just started, and lo and behold, we're already in the second month of it. And it ends on February 28th. So to get those free items from celebrations, you guys have to be buying, you know, your stuff so you could be getting all those free products. And did I tell you, before I get to this, we just had and I'm sure you guys have seen this. I know I've posted it. It's over on my blog as well. We have the more to celebrate. So if you guys have already gotten all the other things from our regular celebrations brochure, you guys can actually get even more now. Now, there is something that I need you guys to all know, even if you're a demonstrator. The codes that you use when you go to add these products to your celebrations rewards, you have to use the codes that are on this sheet. So if you notice that some of these products are in our current catalogs, you can't use those codes. These codes are specific to the celebrations rewards. Okay, just so you guys all know that, because I don't want you to miss out on getting these items, and you know you've put them in there. Now, one of the other things that I need to tell you, this bundle down here is so worth you guys putting a $100 order in and getting this whole bundle free. Now, I'm trying to think, do I have my other catalog sitting here? This whole bundle, I think it's inside of, no, it's not this catalog. Eden's Garden. Why can I not think what catalog that's in? Maybe it is in here. Let me check really quick. I think it is in here. I don't know why I was just having a brain fart, but such as me. Too many things on the mind. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Oh no, that's not it. I don't know. Anyways, Eden's Garden. Hello, is that Carly? This bundle is an amazing value for you to get that free during celebrations, just to let you know. It is a beautiful bundle. I have enjoyed it so much. I played with it when it first came out. And so if you want to earn that for free, place a $100 order. Now that is before your shipping and your taxes. And you can add this to your Stampin' Rewards during celebrations, or not Stampin' Rewards, but during this month, you can add this to your celebrations rewards and get that for free. Like, it is a spectacular deal. I just don't want you guys to miss out on that. So if you join my team, you have through the 28th to get this amazing deal as well. Like, holy geez, Stampin' Up! Has totally outdone themselves. You can pick from 3 different options through the 28th, joining my team. The first 2 options, you're going to get to pick whether you want the white mini emboss machine or, wait for it, you guys. Wait for it. Wait for it. I gotta get it out of the box. I'm preserving her because she's so beautiful. Look at this. This is the boho blue one. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I am just in love. I'm like so afraid to use it because it's so pretty. So it's still sitting over here in the box. This one's all kind of scratched up. I mean, this one's been well loved. I've taken it to many of my scrapping classes or my card making classes. But this one is just so pretty and it's so new. I don't want to mess with it. Anyways, so that is the blue one. So this one comes with option number 1. The white one comes with option number 2. And then the third option is if you already have a mini machine and you don't want another one, you can still pick out with all 3 of these. You're going to get the choice of picking $175 of your choice of products from any of the current catalogs and what is online. Just with the first 2, you're going to get that one of those mini machines. The next one, you're going to still get $175 worth of product, but no machine. These 2, you're going to pay $129 for that machine and for $175 worth of product. Now, the reason why I kind of say that you should probably pay the $30 to get that machine because it's a $65 machine or $63 machine, that you're going to get that one of those mini machines, depending on whether you want the white or the blue, for a $30 price. So you're getting it for half, more than half the cost of that to get one of those machines, and you're still getting to pick $175. So if you know anybody who likes to make cards or likes to craft or anything like that, set that aside for a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or something like that. Who wouldn't love, or say you've got nieces, nephews, grandkids, somebody who you know likes to craft with you and they want to get into it, that would be an amazing gift to give them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really great value for that extra $30, and you're still getting the $175 worth of product of your choice. You're going to get new catalogs in there so you can pass those out to your friends and your family. You're going to get a free paper pumpkin in there. You're going to get a discount on all your future orders because now you're a demonstrator. So please check this out. If you go to shopdannygarola.com and go over to the join tab, you can read all about this. There's also, you can see this graphic and you can read more about what I specifically have on my team. If you go to my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, if you go there and you go to promotions and then scroll down, you'll see this join promotion, and then you can read all the fun things that we have to share with you on my team. Okay, mystery stamping, like I said, is coming up this Wednesday. So I will be doing my Facebook Live, and oh my gosh, you guys are not going to want to miss the card that I'm going to be making with you. Now, it is a super cute fun fold. I'm so excited to share it with you. I almost actually slipped and showed it to you guys on, well, whoever watches the Coffee and Cards on Thursday. I almost slipped and showed it because it is so amazing. I absolutely love this card. So you guys are going to definitely want to tune in, and you're going to want to join me in making that card. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Again, if you go over to my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, you will be able to read all about this. There's an actual tab that says mystery stamping, and it'll be the first little window right there. The first little blog post will be the February mystery stamping, and you can read all the supplies there so you can get what you need together. I also have a picture of what I have chosen just so you can kind of see the same, okay, cuts and all that kind of stuff to make sure you still have the same paper set out as what I have. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Patty. And did I even say hi to you, Cheryl? Hello, my dear. Hello, Nancy. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, what in the world? I almost forgot. Hello, Jamie, my dear friend, my far, far away friend. Also, what we have coming up, and I'm sure you guys have seen this. Now, those of you who are demonstrators can already do the pre-order on this. Now, this will go live to you guys who are not demonstrators and who are my customers. This will go live to you guys. Now, this is a new promotion that Stampin' Up is doing. It is an online exclusive. So you won't find the things in the catalogs. You're only going to find these items exclusively online. Like I said, it's going to start on March 1st for you guys. Or if you're a demonstrator, like I said, you can do the pre-orders. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what is coming up March 1st. Now, I've already got an order in for this stuff, so I'm waiting for it to come. But this is the new Hello Irresistible Sweet Collection. Now, they just let us know some of the colors. Now, if you look at this, you're going to see that some of these colors have been retired and they're bringing them back. So this beautiful little loose frosted dots, this is Pretty Peacock. Oh my gosh. Now, I loved Pretty Peacock. I'm so glad that I still have my stamp sets and my re-inkers and my ribbons and stuff that I had from that, so I can still use my old stamp set. Now, I don't know if Stampin' Up plans on bringing the stamp sets back. I have no idea. There's also another one that was before my time of joining as a demonstrator. It's called something Lagoon. If some of you demonstrators who've been on with Stampin' Up for quite a while, it's something Lagoon. Can you guys help me out with that? Do you guys remember what that color was? Thank you, Patty, for sharing. So the other colors that are going to coordinate with this is we've got some, oh, and it doesn't even say on here. I know there's Flirty Flamingo. It's Daffodil Delight. Lost Lagoon. There you are, Lois. I knew one of you guys would know. So yeah, Lost Lagoon was a color that was also retired. They have also brought that color back in this gorgeous paper. Now this is the Hello Irresistible 6x6 Designer Series paper. You're going to get 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided designs. Just some absolutely beautiful colors. And I am in love with this new, this is called the Irresistible Bloom stamp set and the Irresistible Blooms dies. Thank you, Nancy, for sharing. I love these dies. I love those open leaves. And the flowers are actually open petaled flowers as well that die cut these flowers and set on top of them for that extra added pop of if you wanted to do a different color on your stamped image. And the font on this stamp set in the sentiments is to die for. Well, let me just tell you kind of what the sentiments say. It says, I like you. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Hooray, it's your day. Hello and thank you. So a really great, versatile sentiment stamp set. And I know you guys have heard me say this, God knows how many times. You guys know that I'm not a flower girl. I don't do flowers, but I am in love with this set. I will tell you, I'm totally digging these flowers. Now, like I said, it should be, I think it already shipped, so it should be here any day now. And I cannot wait to share this with you guys and show you how beautiful this set truly is. Also, some of the other exclusives that they are going to start out right off the bat for you to order is the Naturally Gilded 12x12 Specialty Designer Series paper, because it's got some different metallic coloring in with this paper here. There's also a bundle. They're called the Basic 3D Embossing Folders. Now this, you're going to get 3 different embossing folders. They're all going to be 3D, so they make that really, really good impression on your paper. It comes in a 3-pack of all 3 of those. There's like a little polka dotted one. This one looks almost like stripes. And then this, I can't tell, some kind of pattern. This little image here doesn't do justice. And then we have some classic letters stamp sets. So this is going to be only exclusive online. Like I said, you're not going to find these things in any catalog as of this point. Now, whether or not when we have a new catalog coming up in May, I don't know if they're going to put some of these sets in there, but I just know as of now, they're only going to be exclusive online. Okay. So I just wanted to show you guys that and kind of tell you the rundown of that, because I have been seeing people post about it, other demonstrators post about it. And I just wanted to really make sure that I gave you guys the information so you knew that it wasn't open to the general public yet. It will start and go live March 1st. Okay. So I'm done with that. So the set that I am going to be featuring today is the beautiful Desert Details bundle here. I'm going to be playing with this. And like I said, it's so me because it's here in the desert. It makes some gorgeous cards. Now I am going to be using the faceted adhesive back gems or sequence. I'm going to show you a card that I made using the Pale Papaya faux velvet trim. Now it was so funny. The other day I had my son come in here because I was packing some stuff up in here that I don't use all the time that I could take up to the other house. He helped me organize all my ribbon because I had some ribbon towards the front of my drawer and on my little ribbon hanger that were no longer live for you guys to purchase right now. So I had to get some of the old stuff put in the back, blah, 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 blah. So I had him come in and sit down and he went through the catalog with me. We organized all of my stuff and he had an obsession with this velvet trim. He kept sitting over here playing with it. He goes, Mom, he goes, this stuff is amazing. And he's like, I love the feeling of this. He goes, it almost feels like skin. It is so cool. I go, ooh, you like touching skin? He goes, well, no, you know what I mean. He goes, it's soft. He goes, it's so cool. So I had to mess with him. It was kind of cute though. But yeah, he helped me. He taped all my, look at what he did. He taped all my ribbons because I was a hot mess, you guys. I had my ribbon just thrown in drawers and they were like just lined up. These things were all just loosely hanging out, like just gross and a mess. So he was like, okay, Mom, we're going to fix your drawer. So he comes in and he tapes them all for me. He goes through the catalogs and he stacks them in 2 different piles. He's like, okay, Mom, this stuff is all in the catalogs now. And I'm like, hey, are you going to sign up and be a demonstrator once you're 18? And he's like, okay, now you're asking a little bit too much of me. He goes, I'll come in and help you whenever you need help. He goes, but I don't think I can do what you do. So I was just kidding with him, but it was just kind of cute because he's normally not into my stuff. He's a total boy and he just does his own thing. And so for him to come in here, I mean, it was kind of heartwarming, honestly, because he came in and he touched my stuff. You know what I mean? And normally I don't let anybody touch my stuff, but he was so genuine about it. And he really like sat here and he really got into looking in these catalogs and making sure he did not mess up and get the wrong colors and the wrong stuff. So it was just cute. Anyways, okay, so we're going to use this beautiful set here. I'm also going to be using the shimmer, the fine shimmer designer series paper. Oops, what did I do with my thing? Hold on a minute. Oh, here it is. Because I brought my sampler out. Okay, so the fine shimmer paper is this gorgeous, really tiny glitter flakes. Now, as you can see, this stuff does not come off on you. It is gorgeous and just that fine little shimmer on your paper. It's not rough. It's very smooth and soft. They have really done an amazing job with our new glitter papers. I'm also going to be using the two colors in the dry brush. Now the colors that coordinate with that is the Cajun Craze Petal Pink and Soft Succulent. Now in your fine shimmer, it is Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, and Gold. Now these are 2 separate paper packs. I just have them put on here because I'm not going to waste a whole sheet just to put the 2 things on. And since they kind of coordinate together, I thought, I can put them all on one sheet and call it gravy. And then the other one that we're going to be using is the Delicate Desert, which is a part of that suite. Now this has got your Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Gray Granite, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, and Soft Succulent. Those are the colors that are in this paper. And I've really had fun playing with this because it truly is, like, if you look outside, these are really kind of the colors that we really have here in the desert. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to do giveaways. We're going to do our card giveaways first, so I don't forget. So the way you enter my drawing for my card giveaways is you like, comment, or share the video that you're watching right now, and that'll put you into the drawing for the 3 cards that I'm making tonight. So the way that works is when you like this video, heart it, it will put you in for the drawing for the first card. For the second card that I make, that's for commenting on this video. So if you like and comment, it puts you in the drawing for both of those cards. Then if you go that extra mile and you share this video for me, you're going to be in the drawing for the third card. The third card, I always kind of try to make it a little bit more extravagant because of the fact that I'm asking a lot of you guys for sharing my video. And you guys are so amazing in helping me out that I want to make sure that you get a really, really beautiful card. Not to say that I'm kind of biased and I think all my cards are beautiful, but you know what I mean. So, let me get these cards down. Now, these are the cards from last week. So you would have had to like, share, comment on last week's. That would have been week number or episode 122 to get in the drawing for these cards. So this was the first card. So this is going to somebody for liking last week's video. This is really cute, using that Love Cat set. I thought this turned out really super cute. It's more of a traditional Valentine's color card. Now this is going to go to Diana Hughes. So Diana Hughes, please send me your address. You can message me through Messenger, or you can send me an email with your address in it. My email is stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com, and just send me your address so I can get this in the mail to you. But yeah, super cute, fun little Valentine's Day card. The second card that I did was using the, this is the Silly Goose. And I just think this is so cute. And I absolutely love the colors in this. Now, I'm not a big fan of yellow, but that yellow and that blue together with the Night of Navy just fit perfect. Now, I did, when I posted pictures of this, I did let you guys know that this card was kind of inspired from when I was a kid. A friend of mine that I went to school with, who her parents had a big farm out where we lived, her mom's kitchen was done in geese. She had that geese theme, and it was done in the yellow and the blue. So that's what really kind of inspired this card for me. And then with that cute little goose inside of that little rubber floaty, I just thought it was so cute. So this card here, this is the inside. I keep them blank so you guys can decide what you want to say to your recipient. But look at that little sentiment. Sending gaggles of good wishes. Isn't that just so cute? This is going to go to Miss Melanie Foy. So congratulations, Miss Melanie. All right, and then the last one that I did, we used the alphabet a la mode, and we lined up these perfect little dies here. Now, each one of these die cut separately. So that's where I was saying it was a little bit more intricate of a card because it took a little bit, more work in it, because each one of those had to be glued and lined up on there and tried to get straight. And then we put some of those really pretty little Calypso Coral flowers on there. But this is a little happy birthday card. This one is going to go to Linda Hunt, or Linda LeGros Hunt. So Linda, I also need your address. I believe I don't think I have your address. I know I've seen your name pop up quite a few times. Maybe I do. I don't know. Just send it to me anyways, just so I make sure I do have it. But yes, this card is going to go to Linda LeGros Hunt. All right, you guys, congratulations, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending your evenings with me and enjoying my cards that I make for you guys. All right, so without further ado, let's get into what we're going to be making. So for the first card for tonight, using that delicate desert, or what is it called? I keep screwing it up because I keep saying what the whole suite is called. The whole suite is called the Delicate Deserts. Now, the actual stamp set and dies are called Desert Details. And you get this amazing little set of dies. So I have a little sample sheet here that kind of shows you what each one of the dies looks like when it's cut out. So it just kind of helps me when I want to look at this. Then I go, okay, well, I know I've got dies for this, then this, you know, and then I've got these big, and then there's also this great big one right here with this really neat detailed edge around it. So really kind of fun. So I just slide that in the front of my case here so that I can take a look at that when I know that I need to see my dies. I've already got a couple of these out, but these are those sentiments that I was telling you about. They're really kind of neat and kind of bold font. Okay, so enough chitter chat. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna fold it right in the center. And then we're gonna burnish this down so we have a nice crisp edge. There's our card base, a standard card base. Give me 2 seconds. I need to go tell my husband to turn down the TV. All right, you guys need to turn that down. Yes, if Facebook hears any TV or music or anything like that, it'll shut my video down. So I needed to make sure that I told them to kill the volume a little bit because I don't want it shutting my video down. All right, so then the next piece that we need is, this is gray granite. And this, or no. Yeah, it is, gray granite. This is gray granite. This is 4 by 5.25. That is gonna be our next layer. Then I grabbed this piece right here, which is the gray granite. Now this is the pattern paper out of that paper pack that I showed you here. It is this one right here. So the flip side has this really beautiful pattern as well with that Cajun craze. So we are going to take this. Now this is 4 by 4, and you can decide which way you want your pattern to go. But just know that this is going to be one of those slanty cards because I kind of really like those. And this one is really gorgeous. So you guys just wait a minute. I know I just recently using one of the flower sets, I made kind of this layout, but it is a very beautiful layout. So I'm going to use it again. So you're going to take your 4 by 4. And again, you're going to decide, do you want it laying like this or do you want it laying like this? And I think I like it like that. Hello, Melanie. I just said you won one of the cards. Which one did you win? Oh, you won that little silly goose card that I made last week. Okay, so this is where I tell you guys, I think last week I kind of screwed up an edge because I didn't do as I say. So this time I'm going to do it so I show you. So normally if I was to grab this cutter and just cut straight up that, because this is at a point, it's a little bit weaker. So I want to make sure that I don't kind of jack up that end by running that up and kind of squishing the paper together. So knowing that I have my ends in here and I'm cutting this diagonal, I can start in the middle of my paper and go up and go down. And then I know that my ends are not going to get screwed up. I need to change my blade. Look at this. Ew. Hold on. We're going to do that. Let me change my blade because it is making little fuzzy marks on my paper and that's ugly. So if I can get my blade out of here, let me find my new blade. Well, I know I just bought them. No, well, there they are. I was going to say, I know I just bought a brand new pack. I go through blades like crazy, cutting paper left and right. So you'll know that you need to change your blade. I don't know if you guys are going to get to see this, but right here, see how it looks like it's almost kind of fuzzy? That's when you know you need to change your blade, because it gets where it's not a nice smooth edge. But for this, I'm just going to run my hands down it and kind of get some of that gross off of there. But now I know that I've got a new blade on there, so it won't do that. Okay, so this is where we need to take our diagonal that we just cut, our 4x4. That piece is going to go there, and then this piece is going to go right over here. Now I'm going all the way up to the corners. I'm covering all that. I'm not leaving a border like I normally do. This is going to fit right up against there, because the only part of this gray granite that we're going to see is just this center part, because that's where we're going to put our sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to take that and just put this right up against here. And it lines right up, because our paper is 4 by 5 1/4. So when you have a 4 by 4, it'll line up on your edges. Okay, we're going to line this up down here in this corner and run that up. And the reason why I like using my green glue is because I have a little bit of wiggle room. If I need to slide that over and line it up, then I have the opportunity to do that. Okay, so there is our layer that is going to layer to our Cajun Craze. Then I needed this is just a little 1/4 of an inch strip. This is that dry brush metallic paper. This is the Cajun Craze one, or whatever color it is. What did I say? Cajun Craze, and what were the 3 colors? They were Cajun Craze and Petal Pink are what is in this piece here. And it's got almost like a gold coloring, I think. So I'm going to take that piece just to add a bit of shimmer and shine. And I'm just going to glue it. Now you need to make sure that that strip is longer than your paper. So make sure that you don't just get a strip that is 4. I think mine is 6 inches. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 6 inches, but yep, 6 inches, because I need to cut off some of the excess, and I'm going to flip this around. So I'm going to have that hang over my edges so I can cut that. And I'm going to bump it up right against that Designer Series paper. Okay, like that. And then take my scissors, flip this over, and cut that excess off. Just like that. Beautiful. All right, now I need my Cajun Craze ink. And I'm going to use the sentiment. Where did I put my stamps? Oh, here it is. I'm going to use Sending Warm Rays Your Way. And I am going to use my long H block. Get off of me. Since it's perfect length for that. I'm going to turn this where I'm going to kind of line with my desk here. I've got this wood grain look that if I line that up on that line, I can kind of eyeball getting this straight. Now again, I'm using Cajun Craze ink, just inking that up. And then I'm going to take this up pretty much all the way to the top, but lining it up in between there and then stamping that. And I like to hold it a couple of seconds to make sure that that ink marinates into there. And see, it's a little light over here, but that's okay. You can still see it. It still turned out just beautiful. Okay, so I am done with that. Let me clean that because since it's got a hint of red, I'm going to wind up sticking my hand in it because that's just how I roll. Okay, perfect. All right, now I need both of my flowers. So these are both the flowers here, very detailed flowers. And I am using the shimmer white paper. Can you see the shimmer on that, I hope? I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but it's got just these little flakes of glitter in there. Again, it doesn't come off on your hands. It stays on that paper. And then I also need my Cajun Craze again. But when you stamp on this paper, it gives you that glittery look behind your image. Okay, so I'm just going to go like that. Both of my flowers are stamped and they've got a very shiny hint of glitter behind that image. Now we're going to die cut these, but I'm going to move these out of the way here so I don't wind up making a mess with those. But I had to make sure that I really cleaned my chamois because I knew I was going to be using these flowers. Where did I put the lid to this? I knew I was going to be using these flowers over and over again tonight, so I needed to make sure. Oh, for the love of Pete. I don't know where I put the lid to that, unless I threw it on the floor. Who knows? Who knows with me? All right, so let's grab our little machine. Now, another thing that I want to note, and I know a lot of you who are watching, who are demonstrators, probably get sick and tired of hearing this, but I do have people on here who are not demonstrators who this is good information to know. So when you look at our catalog, you will notice that there are these little symbols up in the corner of when you go to the back of where we have our bundle index, and you will see these little mini icons on here. That is to let you know that that whole die set will fit in this, hello mom, will fit in this mini machine. Now, this one, as you can see, well, that's a punch, but let me find one that doesn't have, okay, that's a punch too. Let me find one that doesn't have that image. Okay, so for instance, this one right here, this bundle right here, you have to have our big Stampin' Cut machine. You can't use it in the mini. These are too big of cutting images that they will not cut in here. So I just want you to be aware of that. If you purchase that join starter kit and you get one of these little machines in there, you need to make sure that when you're purchasing dies, that you're going to purchase the right size that they're going to fit through there. Now, if you have been crafting for a long time and you have a different machine from a different company, totally fine. They're going to still cut in your machine. But I just want you to know, if you do not own a big machine and you want to start crafting and you want to do that join kit, you need to be buying the mini sets so they will fit through that mini machine. Okay? All right, so now let's get these cut. Now your plates are gonna come with your machine, and I know I have a brand new pack of these sitting around here somewhere, but I searched and I cannot find them because mine is cracked. I've used it so much that it has cracked this right here. So I have an order going in again tomorrow, so I added another bundle of these because I'm going to need those because eventually I'm sure this thing's probably just going to snap, and hopefully to God it's not during one of these lives because I need this machine to work and run for me right now. All right, so I'm going to grab both of these flowered images, these dies. These are going to cut these flowers out perfectly. I just saw somebody else come in. Hello, Lori. So I'm going to go like that and hold that in place. Whoops, I didn't do a very good job of putting that on there. Helps if I actually put it on there to hold it in place. And then this one is going to go right here. Grab another little piece of that tape. Stick that in there, and then let's run this baby through. Yes, Marcia, the mini machine is excellent. It never comes off my desk because I know that when I'm sitting here and I'm creating cards and I grab one of these sets that I know. Now, I will have you know, this set here, these big dies will not fit through this machine. You have to use the big machine for this. So again, if we go back and we look at our set here, it does not have one of those little symbols that have the mini, because even through the catalog, you're going to notice that, oops, let me find a different set in the catalog that actually has the mini symbol next to it. Oh, right here. So when it shows you the dies in the regular part of the catalog, it'll even have one of those little mini symbols next to the dies as well. So this is a bundle right here, and they're showing you that the dies will actually fit through the mini. Now, this bundle that I'm using today is not a mini. So you would have to have one of the big die machines in order to run these big dies through, these great big ones. Okay, so I just want you to know that just because I'm using the mini today with this set, in order to get the full, benefit of this die set that I'm showing today, you do have to have the large machine. Okay, so let's take these off of here. I'm going to set this aside because we will need it in other cards tonight. Okay, let's bring this back over. And then let's grab some dimensionals. So I'm going to grab the large dimensional, but let's get this glued down first. This layer can now go on here. So again, lining up all my margins, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals behind this big flower. Oh, I have like a frog in my throat. Jeez. Okay, this one is going to go right like, let's see, how do I want this? Because I don't want to cover up any of those words. So I'm going to turn it like that, where it still comes up a little bit higher, where it's next to that S. And then this one, since I want it to kind of overlap that a little bit, I'm going to put this more towards this side. And then I'm going to put just a little dot of glue over here, so it will kind of just touch this just ever so slightly like that. Okay, let me put these back on here before I wind up getting them stuck to something and then I wind up tossing them, because that has happened, trust me. And it happened where I have my live classes, my in-person classes. I threw one of my dies away in their big industrial garbage bag, or their big industrial garbage can. I had to run down there the following day and dig through all, and it's at a place where it's a bar and they serve food. So I had to dig through all the food just to find a stupid die, because otherwise I would have had to buy the whole die set over again just for this one die. Oh, I was like, lady, you need to be more careful. All right, so then I am going to use the these are the gold faceted adhesive back sequins that also come with this suite. And get all my little backings out of here. All right, so I'm going to take some of these little half crescents here. Now I saw this idea and I think it's really kind of a cool idea to put that half crescent inside of the center of these flowers. So it almost looks like it is the center, the darker part of the center of that flower. I don't know, it's just kind of cool. Then I'm going to take some of the sequins. I'm going to put one right there, and then take a couple of these smaller ones. I think I need to order some more of these sequins when I place my order today or tonight. And then put one right up over here. There we go. So very kind of simple but elegant in the same sense as just putting some shimmery paper on there. It really kind of adds quite a pop to your card. But then with those rich, deep colors of that Cajun craze, it just comes out gorgeous. So there is that same layout that I made prior with a floral card. But I think it's a really neat layout, and it's super easy too. But it just kind of grabs your eye because it's something that sits kind of differently. So there is card number 1. All right, let me get it set over here so I can show all the cards at the end and then get some of my mess cleaned up here. Okay, card number 2. Very, very pretty card. This one, I am using Evening Evergreen. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna fold it in half. Now I've already folded it because I was gonna go ahead and make this card earlier, but then I thought, no, I'm just gonna make it for you guys. I think I can wing it. All right, I need some of that shimmery, fine shimmer gold paper here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this extra large, this really cool die that, like I said, it has this really neat kind of Aztec looking design around the side. I'm going to lay that on here, and I'm going to go die cut that out in my big machine. And when I do, I'm going to get this. So isn't that cool? See where I was saying that it has that really neat detailed Aztec print around it? It kind of like it does an impression of it. It's really cool. So there's that piece, and I love these little points. That's just really neat. So this is going to be a landscape card. So that's going to go right there. Now look how gorgeous that gold is on that deep green there. Oh, it just pops. Then we are going to need some of that. We're going to need a scrap of this. This is the soft succulent. That is still that dry brushed set of paper that we have. So I'm going to grab this, and then I'm going to grab the little, right here we have this die that is kind of a southwestern looking little shape, and I'm going to cut that on there, and I'm going to cut it twice. So then when I do, it comes out like this. Here's 1, and here is 2. So we have both of those, and those are going to set kind of somewhere like that. Then I'm going to grab a piece of white, and this is basic white, and I'm going to grab soft succulent. Okay, I'm going to move this up here so I don't do anything that I don't plan on intentionally. Then I need this is where I was saying your chamois is going to come in really handy when you're making all these different colored cards, because you got to keep cleaning off these stamps. Okay. So soft succulent. We're going to stamp the big flower. Yeah, Mom, right? I know, isn't this set really cool? And it's perfect for where we live. I mean, it really kind of, to send somebody who's in a very cold, snowy kind of area, this beautiful, warm, deserty looking southwestern style card, I think they would really appreciate that. And I love how detailed these flowers are. These flowers are really gorgeous. Now, these are called distinctive because they have that more realistic look to them when you stamp them. Now, I will tell you, when you are buying your stamps, because we sell photopolymer and we sell the cling. Now, the cling is considered the red rubber. So just so you know that when you see the word cling, it means you're looking at red rubber. They cannot, Stampin' Up, because Stampin' Up makes all their own stamps. Their dies get created somewhere else. but their stamps, they make them at their own warehouse. So Stampin' Up creates all their own stamps. So let me tell you something. When it comes to photopolymer, which is those clear stamps, do I have one sitting right here handy? I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Clear stamps are the ones that are completely clear. They're like a clear rubber. Now, there are pros and cons with both. And if you have noticed, in our new mini catalog, Stampin' Up has tried some, I know I'm going off topic here because I know you guys are waiting for this card, but I just really want you to see, oh man, I just had a kink in my back. I think it's actually that silly goose is one of them that I can think of off the top of my head. But when you go to purchase it, you can purchase it in either the photopolymer or, oh, here's for instance right here. So the Around the Bend stamp set, this is the one that I was telling you that does not have that mini symbol over here. So you have to have that big machine to be able to use these dies. This set has 2 different codes on here. Now, one has a C next to it and the other one has a P next to it. So the C stands for the cling and the P stands for photopolymer. So you can choose now whether you want to use the red rubber or you want the clear. So there are pros and cons with each. Everybody has their own preference. I will tell you that Stampin' Up has let us know that on the distinctive sets, they use the red rubber because of the fact that they can get a much more detailed stamped image with the cling than they can with photopolymer. So when you see a set like this, there's not like that fine detail. I mean, this is a gorgeous set and I have it sitting over here and I need to start playing with it. But there is not that fine detail like you see in these flowers. And that's why, is because they know they can't get that crisp of an image on that detailed with a photopolymer. So I'm assuming they just don't even try because they know that they've done it enough times. So that's why you'll always see some of our distinctive sets. They're going to be in the cling because they just hold that image so much better and that more detailed. The other thing is if you're going to do 2-part stamping, so say now I want to take this and I'm just going to flip this over to show you. I still have a little bit of ink on there because I've only stamped it one time. Now say I want to do a lighter color. Now I've let this sit and kind of dry a little bit, but if I was to do it one after another, you're going to get, you know, more of a lighter colored tone. Maybe not this light because like I said, I let it sit there and dry, but you're going to get a much prettier 2 stamped image with a cling stamp than you are photopolymer. Now, a lot of demonstrators have tried it and most of them feel the same way. You might have your own take on that and that's cool. But I just want to let you know that kind of what they've explained to us on the difference of the 2 stamps, because I do have people asking, well, what's the difference? Well, there's kind of a huge difference, but there's also personal preference. So take that for what it is. All right, so I am going to grab my 2 dies and I'm going to die cut my 2 soft succulent flowers here. And when I do, I'm going to come out with this. Now I've already die cut these because I knew we were going to be already close to time. Also, I have a piece of vellum, just our regular vellum paper. I'm going to take the this almost reminds me of like a succulent. I'm going to take this and I'm going to die cut out of that. And when I do, I'm going to get this little piece right here. Then I need another piece of that Evening Evergreen. Now this is just a scrap here. And I think I'm just going to bring in, well, if I can grab it because I've bring in this stamp set over here. Now this may not work. I didn't even look because like I said, I didn't create this card ahead of time. I don't know if this is going to be too wide for what I'm doing up here, but we're going to just hang on to that piece there. Now set all my pieces aside, find out what sentiment I want to use. Thank the Let the Fun Begin is going to work. So I'm going to take that out. We are going to stamp that in Versamark because we're going to use gold over the top of that. What am I looking for? Oh, I guess a block would be something I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to take this and use that Versamark, get some ink on there, and then just right in the middle of this, get some Versamark on there. I put that aside, grab my gold. Grab my spoon. We're going to do some heat embossing on this. Okay, let me grab the embosser. Now this is going to get loud. Ah, beautiful, just like that. Okay, set this back over here so it can cool off. All right, now you can see that I didn't really stamp that all too straight, but that's okay because as soon as we run this through, I can make my die cut straight on that image and you would never know that I got it crooked. All right, so I'm gonna put that just like that on here. Can you guys see, or am I too far off screen? So if I put that like that, kind of just centering that, and I probably just stuck my head underneath there because I had to see what I was doing. Okay, grab the other plate. Keep our fingers crossed that it's not gonna break. Ooh! Nope, that was just the die crunching and cutting that piece out. That was not a bad noise. So I know it kind of freaks people out when you hear that crunching, but that crunching is not bad, trust me. It's just scary when you have a cracked plate. And your plates do not crack. I mean, I use mine so much, that's why mine are cracked like that. It really takes kind of a long time for it to get to that point. But it does happen, and that's why they sell them, because you're gonna need to eventually replace them. But as you can see, mine are very loved and very haggard. Okay, let's put this baby together. Done with that. Okay. Because I don't know what I did with the lid to my glue. It's got to be sitting around in this mess somewhere. Okay, this is going to go right in the middle here. Okay, like that. These are then going to sit kind of staggered like that, but I think I like this one on the outside because it's got more of that green on it. Okay, kind of like that. Now these can fit together. If you want to puzzle piece them, they will all fit together. Kind of cool like that. Then we're going to put our flowers like this. Okay, so I think those work right where I have them. So that one's going to go right there. I don't want to go too far up because I don't want it going off of that. I also want to get it straight. Okay, and then this one is going to go right here. Again, not going past that. Oops. Okay, beautiful. Now I think I'm going to actually pop this up. I don't know if I want the big one over here and the little one here. I don't like that. I think I'm going to go this way. Yep, that's better. Okay, I'm going to pop this up. And then, well, actually, let me see where I want that. This is then going to go, and I know you don't really see much of that, but it's still enough to catch your eye. And that's kind of the whole point of putting that there. Okay, so that's going to stay right there. Is it's just enough that you're like, oh, wow, look at that extra element right there. And that's what I like. I like something to just be like, hello, I'm here. But then you kind of got to take a double take to really see, is it really there? But by golly, it is. Okay, so we're going to put dimensionals on that. Okay, that's going to set like that. Okay, and then this is going to set just like that. Perfect. So I'm going to take one of my little mini dimensionals and put it right over here, so I know that I don't hang that over where it's going to hit that other flower, and then that's going to just sit right like that. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't find the lid to that. Okay, and now this little sentiment is going to kind of get woven. Either we can go under it. No, we're going to go over it this way and just have that edge piece. Okay, so we need two little mini dimensionals. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this just a little bit. Ooh, come on, thing. Just like, well, helps if you get the darn thing straight. Jeez, Goofy. Okay, there we go. And if you want to, you can tuck that underneath there if you want it to stay more back behind like that. Or you can bring that out, whatever your liking is. I'm going to just tuck it behind so it doesn't get ruined. But hold on a second. We need to add some bling, because there's never enough bling, right? Okay, we're going to do, like I said before, put these little half moons in this. I just really like that effect. See, it's just, I don't know, it kind of just does something extra for this card. Now you guys know that when I'm done, I will take pictures of these cards and I will finish the insides of them as well. I just think it's more that you guys see the outsides of the cards and I can finish them and take pictures of them, and then you can see the insides of the cards on my blog tomorrow, because it takes me a little bit to get everything photographed and put over on the blog. But there is card number 2. What do you guys think? Didn't that turn out gorgeous? Just adding some just simple little, you know, die cuts on there. I think this gold really does it. I think that's what really kind of grabbed this card. But there you go. That is card number 2. Okay, let me set it over here. And then now let's get to card number 3. And then I'm going to show you the bonus card. It's not one that's going to be in the giveaway. It's just an extra card that I made. And I really want to show it to you because it's actually using that fun velvety ribbon that my son likes to play with. Okay, so this one I don't know if I can find my base. Oh, there it is. It's way down there. All right, my base is 8.5 by 5.5. Again, we're gonna fold this in half, creating our regular size card base. Now, I really love this card. Well, okay, I kind of like them all, but this one I really dig. All right, I even made myself one because I knew I was going to be giving this one away, so I wanted one for me. We need a small little piece of this. That is that dry brushed in the green. I'm going to take that and I'm going to die cut that, and when I do, I am going to get this piece here. And now some people decide that they want to leave the guts inside of these. That's what I call them, as the guts, but it's the insides of this, and leave a full image. I like the open look. So that's what I've chose to do with this. I also need a small thin piece. Now this is, I think it's a 1/2 inch, but where's my ruler? God knows I have a mess on here. I can't see anything. This is, actually, it is a little bit over. It's almost 3/4. But anyways, you just need a small strip that's going to fit this die right here. And we're going to actually die cut this, if I can get this out of here. So let me grab this die machine. We're going to get all the small stuff taken care of. And then I'm going to need to bring the big machine in to actually do some big job. Okay, this is gonna go here. Now this strip right here is 5 1/4 because I want it to be the full length of my card. So I'm just gonna put that on there, and I'm just gonna die cut that if I can hold the darn thing straight. This is why we use washi tape, to hold our image still. So we don't get halfway done cutting it and then lose the darn thing. Okay, so let's cut that out. There we go. Bingo bango. We have a strip. Well, where is my strip? Oh, that's not it. Oh, there's my strip. Okay. There's my strip that I need. That's going to go on our card front. These get tossed. This gets out of the way. We need a piece of that designer series paper. This one I'm using. The back side has some little gray stripes on it, but this is that gray granite along with your Cajun craze. This piece here is 1.5 by 5 1/4. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to set that and those. And then we are going to take a pencil. Where's a pencil? I know I have one somewhere around here. Oh my goodness, tell me I didn't sit down here without a pencil. That's okay. I can use a pen if I need to. Oh no, there's one. I'm gonna say I know I got a bunch of them with my last year's kit. All right, what I need to do is I need to take my ruler and I need to mark 1.5 inches in. So knowing that this is my front flap, I'm just gonna fold this like this, and I'm gonna take my 1.5 just like that and put it on the end, and then I'm just going to mark, maybe, if I can hold on to this thing, I'm just gonna mark the inside of this piece, and then I'm gonna slide this down and do the same thing over here. Just like that. So knowing that it's a pencil, I can erase that if I need to, but it's probably going to get cut off. I'm also going to be bringing in these are my border dies. Basic border dies is what these are. Now let me move all these pieces so I don't lose anything, because I need to bring the big machine in here, the big Mamba Jumbo. But I am going to be using this one right here. This almost looks like a little envelope flap. It's really cute. Now you get 6 different dies with this. And those dies are for exactly what they say they are. They're border dies. So I'm going to take each one of my sides and I'm going to put the inside of this die on that little pencil mark. and then take my washi tape. And so that way I know that I'm getting a perfect inside cut of this little border. So things aren't getting wonky. Because trust me, I've tried to eyeball it and I can never eyeball it straight. So I have to mark it so I always know. So let me grab my big machine here. Oh. Okay, and move this out of the way. Set this here. Okay, then I'm going to place this in here. And now this black mat here, I bought, or my mom actually bought it, but it's scrapbook.com. It is called the Magic Mat. It is self-healing. Just so you know that that is not a Stampin' Up product. Because I do get people asking me, what is that black mat that you have on there? Well, it's a magic mat, so they call it. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through. Okay, just like that. And then when I pull this off, it's taped together right now, but you'll see in just a second once I get this machine out of the way. That once we peel this off, we cut off that perfect piece off the front. And then it made this really neat little scalloped edge on this card. So now that's going to go in the garbage. But then now when we fold our cards, see how pretty that is? It just adds a really pretty like detail to the front of this card. Now what did I do with my pieces? So we need, this is that 1.5 by 5 and a half. So this little piece right here is going to leave just a little bit of that green because I still want to see some of that. But then when this is folded, you don't see the inside of that. So it almost looks like it continues in there, but it won't, because you're going to back a little white piece on here to write to your recipient and to put your inside sentiment in. But I'm going to put this where there's just a little bit of an edge, like that. And then when this folds, see, you don't see that, but I do see my pencil marks. So again, that's why I said just lightly do it with a pencil, because see, nobody will ever know but you guys. Okay, so that's going to go like that. So let me see, because I didn't cut myself a white because I didn't think that far. So we're going to cut it right now because we need to have that white piece put in the inside. So if I can find my ruler. So it would be, from that edge, it would be 2 5/8, but we're going to cut it at 2.5. because I want that side to have that border. So 2.5 is what I'm going to cut that. Whew, that cuts like butter. 2.5 by 5.5. Ooh, see how nicely that cuts when you put a brand new blade on there? Ooh, baby. All right, so this is now going to go right like that, but then still leaving that little bit of border over here so it matches up. Or if you wanted to, you could take this and center it and leave a green in between there. It's completely your decision, your card, your decision. But I'm going to bump mine all the way up. Just like that. So then when it's closed, you won't see that white part. So when you stamp in here, it'll be covered so you won't see it. Okay, so now we're going to grab that little border piece that I had. We're going to place that right like that on the front of here. Do I want it this way? Nope, I want it the other way. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, so that's going to be like that. Then I am going to, I already have this piece here, but now I'm going to stamp these flowers again. You guys are probably sick and tired of seeing me stamping flowers, but hey, it's just the way it goes. Hello, Frida. Let's grab, do I want to use glitter? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and use more of this shimmer paper because we can. So I'm going to use more of the shimmer white, and I am going to stamp the large one in Cajun Craze because that's the color that we have on the inside here. Get violent with it. Okay, that's going to go there. I think it's time that I re-ink that. I've been using it a lot. Okay, and then Cajun Craze is going to go away, and we're going to pull out Pale Papaya. Just to spice things up a little bit. Well, sometimes, Frida, we need chill nights, right? Just a night to just sit back and relax. Just breathe. Take it all in. Okay, so let's cut these out. Again, we're going to grab the little machine and those cutting blades because I'm bound to break this one. I'm really not, but it's going to happen sooner or later. All right, so let's take our dies here. Oh, you gotta line them up, lady. Okay, like that. Okay, and then our Pale Papaya. These two colors are really pretty together. Okay, stick that right there, and let's cut these out. Okay, there are our two flowers again. And whoops, I'm throwing things. Here is our card base. So what we need to do is I'm going to open this up so I don't have all that flapping going on. I'm going to grab the stamp set again, and I'm going to grab You Are What Sunshine Feels Like. Mount that. Cajun Craze. See, I told you guys I've been using the heck out of Cajun Craze. It is definitely time to re-ink this baby. Okay, I'm going to stamp this right in the bottom here. And again, since I'm stamping on cardstock, I'm going to hold that for a few seconds and let that marinate into that paper so it comes out nice and crisp. Ooh, beautiful. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we are going to take this flower and place it there. Kind of turn it a little bit. This one's going to go here. And then with this is going to go right up behind that big flower. Well, we need more of that big flower showing. I mean, more of that succulent showing. So let me get some dabs of glue on this. Okay, and we're going to place this right like that and kind of coming up towards the top of that card. Okay, this flower is then going to go over the top of that, again with some dimensionals. Now, if you want to add a little bit of something to this, let me show you what we can do. I'm just going to do this. Now, I know it's, hold on, let me grab my big jar of it. Now, this is called our gilded leafing. It is super fun to play with, but hot dog, is it messy. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment, and I'm going to grab this. But before I do that, I'm going to just take some of my glue, and I'm just going to rub it. I'm just going to apply just a small little thin little dabs of this. And now I'm not doing it any rhyme or any reason of how I'm applying it. I'm just going across and just applying it wherever, rando. And you can be as rando as you want and be as much as you want. I'm just going to kind of follow some of these leaves. Come down this. Over here. Kind of some of these tips up here. Okay. Now you just want to wait a few seconds for this glue. It's white when it comes out of the tip of this, when it first comes out, but then it dries clear. You want to wait a couple seconds for it to become clear before you put it in here, okay? I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to grab my little tweezers because I don't want glitter all over me. I mean, I'm a glitter queen, but I have other things to do this week, and I don't want to be covered in glitter when I go to doctor's appointments. Well, it's not in there. I must put it in my drawer. Well, where are my... There they are. Okay. So this is messy. This is why I save this card to the end, because doing this to this is mess. Mess. But it is a good mess. Let me tell you that. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this up, and then I'm going to take this and see watch what I'm going to do. You can either take your big pieces of flake and just lay them on your flower like that, right? But I don't like doing that because then it sticks to my hands. Or you can just take the flower and shove it in your leafing. Now it's going to pick up a lot, but you know what? You need to have a pretty stiff brush, and that's what I have this brush for. And then I just kind of come in here and go around this and get all the excess off. Like that big piece right there that just wants to hitchhike. Now, I will tell you that that little jar that I just showed you, this stuff came out of that. I have never bought more than one jar of this. It is very, very compacted into that jar. And I will tell you, this jar will last you for the rest of your life. Okay, maybe not, depending on how much you use it. But look how full my jar still is. And I've already poured probably 2 or 3 chunks of it in there. And it expands, and you have to be really careful with this. Living here in Arizona, I always have fans going on. But when you play with this stuff, turn your fans off, or you will have gilded leafing all over your house. I'm not saying that it's not pretty, but you may not want it all over your house. Okay, so I'm just going to go like, I have a little hair off of my brush, which is gross. Maybe it's time to buy a new brush. Oh, come on. Okay, just like that. Just brush all the excess off. Now you see there's very little on there. The rest of it went back into my tub here. Okay, so I'm going to shut that. Now be very careful with the lid. Make sure you don't push down because all that wind is going to shoot this stuff flying. So you just want to very lightly shut it without pressing the wind out of it because, oh, as you can tell, I have learned my lesson. Okay, so here is that beautiful flower. I make everything look so easy. I don't know about all that. Trust me, it is called learning and just playing around because I have to play because trust me, I do mess up and you guys have seen me mess up quite a few times. But you know what? I own it and it is what it is because that's a part of crafting is nothing's going to come out perfect and that's okay. And you have to learn that perfect is not practical because these are our creations. These are something that we've made. Now see, I don't like this. It needs to have some of that on it too. So we need to pretty it up. Practice, practice, practice. Just like with anything. Nothing of mine. I mean, I really have to work at it because I'm human just like everybody else. But I am in my craft room every day. So, I mean, it's honest to God. It's just coming in and just playing. And don't be afraid to use your stuff. That's what I have to tell people all the time because I get it. Our stuff is beautiful and we don't want to ruin anything. And it's so much prettier when we don't cut our paper because there's just these big, beautiful, either 12 by 12 or 6 by 6 sheets. And they're just so pretty. But you know what? You paid good money for that stuff. Use it. Share it with people. And I don't mean share it as if like you have to just go hand it out to people. I'm saying share your creations with your friends. You never know. They may want to sit down and make a card with you one day. And that's what this is all about, you know? And maybe they just want you to send them a card because they see how beautiful your work is. And they're like, well, hey, I haven't gotten a card from you. Why not? And then you can give them the million excuses that you have because, you know, we just are who we are. Or we say things like, well, because my cards aren't good enough to send to people. Well, that stuff needs to stop. You need to feel more confident in your crafting because we all have our own levels. And again, until you sit down and start playing with it, you're never going to get good. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I'm not one of them, but some people are just extremely creative and they can sit down and they can touch, you know, cardstock and they can make the most beautiful things just right off bat. Me, it takes some work. So just know that, you know, sitting down and just playing with your stuff is what is going to get you good at things. And this is more of me telling my mother this because she has so much stuff and it's so frustrating because she doesn't touch it. Yep, I'm talking to you, Mom. You just got scolded on Facebook. They're going to put me in Facebook jail now. They're going to say you are not allowed to scold people on Facebook. Okay, so again, just a little bit of that gilded leafing. That's much better. And then I'm going to stick a dimensional on this. And you can go even more crazy and take excess off, but I think it's pretty, so I'm just going to roll with it. I do touch it. I just enjoy the organizing. Oh, well, you just get away from me. I do have to say, she has bought so many different shelving systems and all this kind of stuff to set up all of her stuff. And it does. It looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It does, Mom. I'm not saying that it doesn't. But it looks so untouched. It's so beautiful. It's almost like, I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to touch anything because it's just, you know, it's just very pretty. She does. She does have it very organized and very pretty. But I'm not that organized. I will be the first one to admit that. I throw stuff here and there. I'm a hot mess. I've got things everywhere, but that's just how I am, and that's how I roll. And I do sit here and I'm like, I can't find this and I can't find, well, you know, if you pick things up and you cleaned them, then maybe you would. Well, but yeah, that would just be, oops, I got one of those little fuzzies in there. That would be just too easy, and I just don't live like that. You're waiting for me to move there. Oh, is that okay? So you better try to come up with a better excuse. See, you need to go help Patty. She needs to get more organized too. All right, so there is our number 3 card. Again, just adding some of that gilded leafing. You probably don't even need to go with this because of the fact that it's got so, I mean, now we've got so much gold on this card, but I just kind of wanted to show you another little idea of being able to really just like step that card up. Oh, there's Linda right there. I just saw Linda come in. Hello, Linda Hunt. You actually you won one of the cards from last week. I think I need you to send me your address. I'm not sure if I have yours or not. I know I've seen your name and I know I've said hi to you numerous times, but oh geez, I can't find the lid to that. Darn it, I'm gonna have to go searching now. So anyways, all right, so let me bring in all 3 of these cards. Again, this was using the Desert Details stamp and die set, or it is the Delicate Deserts suite. That's where you get, when I say the suite, that means you can order everything with one code. It is the code that is on the big spreadsheet of that set. So if you want to order everything you see over here on this page, you simply put this code in right here. Once you put that code in, you're going to get everything that you see over here. You're going to get it for one price. It's already all added in there. So just know that that is an easy way of doing it, so you don't have to worry about, did I get this? Did I get that? It gives it to you all right here with this one code. But don't forget to get yourself some of that fine shimmer paper too, because you're really going to want that, because it does go quite well with this. Let me show you that extra bonus card that I was telling you that I used that Pale Papaya faux velvet on. Okay, I used this. Now I kind of went a little crazy overboard with the Wink Estella. So I went to squeeze my Wink Estella and it kind of like made a big blob. So I had to go quickly run inside of the bathroom and grab it so I could blop it up a little bit, because it kind of made a mess. But anyways, you see, I have that gilded leafing stuff everywhere now. Just that little bit just blew off. But this opens just like this. It's got this little belly band on it. Well, maybe if I can get it off of here. See, this is what I'm saying. When I'm on camera, things don't like to work quite well, because this came off. Oh, jeez, you goofy. I have the directions on the back. That kind of helps. See, there you go. Now it works perfect when you take the directions off. But that little belly band just slips right over that. And then I didn't do the inside on this, but that opens up just like that to create a really pretty, neat little fun fold using some of that paper from this suite. And then you just put that little belly band right back on there, and it just slides right over the top of that. Yep, as I say that, and it doesn't. And then it just slides right down, just like that. But that's using that faux ribbon there, that Pale Papaya, which I just stuck it behind the flowers, and then put this scalloped, that's from that Layering Circles dies. And I better put my directions back on there. I'll try it again to try to get that off and forget that it's back there. But then when I store this card, I have the directions on there when I want to use this template again, or this layout. So yeah, that's another one using this, just to show you another one. But let me bring in the 3 that we did tonight. So that's card number 3. That one's going to go for somebody who shared. This one's going to go for commenting, and this one will go for liking or hearting. I don't judge. So I hope you guys enjoyed these cards tonight and you guys got some inspiration with this set. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. So just remember that it takes me a couple of hours to get everything set up over on my blog. I have to take still photos. I have to finish the insides of these. I have to then upload this video over on YouTube so I can then post it on my blog, which takes me for a day and a half. It doesn't take that long, but it takes a little bit. So just to let you guys know that I normally tell you guys to come back and check the blog tomorrow to get to really see all these cards. All right, thank you guys so much for spending your evening with me, taking the time out of your night, and I so appreciate it. Those of you who have shared this video, I so need your guys' help with building my business and getting other people seeing these gorgeous cards that I have created. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys here for Mystery Stamping, which is the 8th on Wednesday at 7 p.m. here on Facebook. I will be live the 9th over on my YouTube channel. So if you would like to watch me live, that is at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So that is 12 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Central, and 3 o'clock Eastern. If you go over to my channel, you can go over there and hit that notification bell. Subscribe to my channel so then every time I go live, it will ring you a little notification and then you'll know when I'm live. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful week and thank you so much. Bye-bye.